There's a spray paint gun in the back of the Dodge. So. Cool.
Yeah,
so we're working out here. We kind of got some material shortages due to well, I don't know exactly what, but it's the year of the coronavirus. So it's been a weird one. Basically, we're 2 weeks out on some of our projects material. So today what we're going to do is we're going to do a fun little build competition for these guys. They're going to go ahead and build our Babbling Brook package, just kind of some practice. So our Babbling Brook is the 3 feet long and 18 to 24 inch Pondless Waterfall. It's kind of our shortest Pondless Waterfall package. So these guys are just practicing that. You can see they're already started. We got 2 teams here. Mark is unfortunately not with us. He's not dead, he just has strep throat, so he's getting over that. But we got 2 teams. We got Kyle and Garrett on one team, and we've got Dimitri and Scott on another team. And so they're basically playing for 2,000 points, I guess, and we have a program that gives them rewards. So 2,000 points is basically halfway to a day off, paid day off. So should be super exciting, but they're gonna get started. Please ignore the building behind me. We have a little temporary shop set up here at a foreclosed house. So yeah, they're gonna get started here. They kind of already are, but I'm gonna flip you around. So here's our site. We got a little bit of a slope here, and to work with, they've got an Aqua Surge 2000 pond pump. We've got our Aqua Basin 45 here. They've got liner. They've got a can of DIY foam, a low suction intake, and the 12-inch waterfall spillway. So should be super fun to see what they come up with.
You're talking about that beer.
Jeez. They're gonna have a good day. We're gonna have a good day seeing what they come up with. Anyway, so enjoy this fun little competition. Mid-build update here. We got both teams are kind of in about the same place. You can see both teams are pretty much into shaping their shelves here. They've both got their plumbing runs dug but not plumbed yet. However, both teams are, as you can see right there, they are through the sidewall of their Aqua Basin 45s here. So very similar progression here. Be curious to see whether or not the rock setting separates the men from the boys. So looks like we've got some stuff going on here. There's actually a rock onto ground right there. Dimitri's crew has taken the interesting tactic of starting from the top. Explain to Dimitri.
In my mind, I didn't think it was any which way to go from the top to the bottom, so we started from the top.
Well, as a famous musician once said, started from the bottom.
Now we're here.
Now we here.
Okay.
This is Nate with ABC Action News reporting. All right, so Dimitri's team is rocking in right now. They've been probably rocking for what, like a half hour now. Right now, well, a little bit less maybe. Working on their
frame rocks,
building rocks
and the spillway.
Over the spillway, we got Kyle and Garrett's stuff over here. It's not a disaster. We kind of got some rocks. Looks like stuff's just knocked up right now. They're still trying to play with stuff, see what works. So be really curious to see what they come up with. All right, so none of the guys know this, but where you got a little bit of a plot twist coming your way. Something pretty drastic. Don't know how they'll take it, but we're actually gonna make them blow it up. Start over tomorrow. We're also gonna shake up the teams. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how they handle that.
Alrighty, here, Dimitri, Scott, Garrett. We're here coming to the end of our day. This is our competition Pondless Waterfall build.
All right, so here's what happened. Basically, nowhere where we buy materials from has our materials. So we're just kind of killing some time here, teaching these guys, you know, or helping these guys become, you know, more cohesive unit, building waterfalls. It's just fun training, so be a fun little competition. Like I said yesterday, they're playing for points. Today we have the ante to 2,500 points, so be really curious to see who comes out on top today. All right, so here is what they are going to get judged on for their builds. Here's just a quick breakdown. basically, some of the stuff was taken care of yesterday, but you got 10 points for the basin, 10 points for the plumbing, 10 for how they cut their shells, 10 for how they do their edges, 10 for foaming, and 10 for leaks. And then aesthetically, we have creativity, spillways, and falls. This is just kind of what how their waterfalls actually turn out. Edge treatment is basically how well can they make it look like the waterfall has always been there, and disguising the spillway, which is that black plastic diffuser at the top. And then little caveat from yesterday here is we're going to go ahead and push their project to the CAC page. That's where we do some discussion with other certified aquascape contractors. So we're going to publish their waterfalls there and try to get some objective criticism from some other gentlemen in the industry who, you know, are going to be way more objective than we might be. So anyway, there's their criteria. Here's sort of their breakdown. These teams are from yesterday, but this is our Babbling Brook package. We're shooting for about 3 feet long, 18 to 24 inches tall. They're using the AquaBasin 45, which is standard for that package. They're using an AquaSearch 2,000 gallon per hour pump with a low suction intake to go into that AquaBasin 45. They've got their waterfall spillway. For this one, we're using the 12-inch spillway, and up to 1 ton of stone. Now, they're probably not going to use 1 ton of stone. That's a lot of rock, but that's what we allot for in our Babbling Brook package, just to kind of give us some wiggle room to play with. So it should be really interesting to see what they come up with. Okay, so after this morning's debacle of having them blow it up, Dimitri and Scott have taken a very interesting approach. They've gone with the whole just make it different, not entirely new.
Make it different, make small improvements that we didn't have time to do yesterday. So we're not going to gut the whole thing because we think it's pretty good, but there is things that we could do better today, such as building up our falls so there's more fall action than just spilling action, moving this over to the side so we have more splashing and more of a
Getting
sort
a little
of
bit
some
more
curves to it, better shape. Bringing it up a little bit so we can have a bit more falls up here too.
Very intriguing.
Keeping it narrow so we have that splashing that we want.
Adding some accent rocks.
Accent rocks.
Disguising the water basin itself more naturally, so it's not squared. Got more plants. It's gonna be great. I mean, we already won. I mean, we got it in the bag, but
and maybe incorporating more driftwood into the actual stream itself.
Yes.
Very intriguing. Well, folks, you heard it here first with Action News reporting. Okay, so here's a little progress update for you guys. Mark and Garrett have completely rebuilt a 3 to 4 foot pondless waterfall. Well, it appears that Kyle, Scott, and Dimitri are caught in the democracy of making it look good. They have made a whole lot of progress in the last hour relative to the other team. But they're definitely thinking about what they're doing a lot. Seems like they've done a little bit of rework. Looks like Mark and Garrett are working the last sort of framework of the water feature before they start working on finishing touches. So very, very interesting to see where these two teams are at. So Mark has decided to use his right to counsel. So we're gonna grab Adam, kick the other team off of the playing field, and see what advice.
Alright, Kyle's team, take a hike. Are you gonna use the felt to kind of push the water out?
A little bit. The rubber's already down there, but the felt's just...
Yeah, the felt will do it. The felt will push the water out. Here's some thoughts. You got a little bit of a curve going this way.
Yep.
I would kick this rock forward, maybe dig this one back a little bit, spin the water coming in this way, and then at the same time kick this one out, right? So then you really get a jackknife going.
Okay.
Don't be afraid of it getting narrow. It just means you're gonna have a more turbulent, faster flow waterfall, which is fine. I think you can make a small drop here, depending on the size of the gravel you put down here. I would take advantage of this little shelf, even if it's just a little drop. But you can also have a rock, set a weir in here after you adjust your frame rock. Set a weir in here that it can be a little higher than the shelf. The foam will bring it over the top, right? So I would set one in there, and then rather than trying to do this right here, get it underneath the shelf, right? So set a rock in here, and then have it come up. So like this would essentially it would look like this, but this probably wouldn't be the rock, right? And then you're gonna have a drop, adjust your frame rocks for a little bit of spin. You don't necessarily need to have a drop right out of that spillway. Like you could have the spillway, just a little section of water, and then a drop. I feel sometimes it gets challenging when we try to create a drop right out of the spillway, because it's just really hard to disguise it and foam it and get the water to do what you want it to do.
Okay.
But if you let there be like a little bit of stream, maybe just push that back, even if you just pushed it back like 6 inches, right? Then you've got a little bit of room before you then create a drop. So
I want to show you guys this rare sight. Adam Goit in the truck shoveling bark. This is crazy. I don't even know what's happening. The world is truly coming to an end, folks. Anyway, so the Kyle, Dimitri, Scott trifecta, they're kind of working the wrapping up phase, finishing touches. I don't know, my math hasn't really been cooperating today, but you can kind of see they got a big area of bark here. I think we got enough bark for them. So yeah, they're really wrapping up. Dimitri's still got this light on his hat from this morning.
Brookside, baby.
He's cool like that. It's probably the same reason why I wear my visor backwards. So
for me, like personally, it's kind of like one of those things where you work with your rock and then you get your rock and stuff, and it's kind of like it contours the water flow. So yeah.
You got foam on your shirt, pal.
Well, that's
Rookie mistake.
That's kind of to keep the breeze from going places that ain't supposed to go.
I try not to give him the camera, and that's why. Here's Mark's. They're working it, they're starting to get to the finishing touches stage here, or they're already in it. So should be.
See that in the video.
I'm really excited to see how this turns out here. All right, we're all wrapped up out here with our Pondless Waterfall competition. You can see we got this whole area kind of wound up being cleaned up, which wasn't in our original scope, but it happened anyway. It looks really nice. You can see we got our 2 waterfalls. We have Mark and Garrett over here on this side. And over here we had Scott, Kyle, and Dimitri. So go ahead and let us know in the comments section below which team you thought produced a better waterfall, and tell me why you thought it was better. I don't need just that, oh yeah, it was that team, they're better. Tell me why. Tell me what you liked about their waterfall. Tell me what you liked about both waterfalls and what you thought they could have done differently. Anyway, stay tuned. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more of our content.